Hi, you guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Listening Hive. My name is Rochelle. Thank you for being here when you didn't have to, correct? So, today's topic I want to talk about is stress. Y'all, stress will kill you quicker than a bullet is something that my mama used to say. I'm pretty sure if you've been tuning in lately, then you heard me say this in other videos, right? Sorry for the half updo hairdo, but I think the trend is get ready with me. I'm pretty behind in the times, maybe. I don't know, but baby, I'm about to get ready with me, right? On this good Sunday, while we talk about all things stress related. So, when I think about stress, my level of stress thought process might be different than yours, right? But I can always tell when stress has set in my body. And if the stress is really bad, my eye will start twitching. And I mean, just jumping for no reason, right? And then I talk to my mom about it. And my mom always says, girl, whatever the stress is, you better figure that out and let the stress go because, baby, this stress will kill you quicker than a bullet. So, it was a couple years ago. This is when I realized the severity of stress and that I needed to get it under control, right? And I mean immediately. So, it's a couple years ago. I'm new at my current job. We were in the process of going through a buyout. And so we were moving from one building to another. Within the process of moving to the new building, we had to work on a Saturday. Y'all, I haven't worked on a Saturday and I don't know how long, and that's a requirement with me in any job at this point in my life. I'll give y'all Monday through Friday. Baby, I'm not giving you Saturday and Sunday, and I'm definitely not giving you Sunday because that's the day that the Lord said that I need to be resting and rejuvenating for the week, and I'm going to rest and I'm going to rejuvenate for the week. So, here we are. We're moving over to this new building, and homecoming is coming up for one of my sons. A lot of stuff is going on at home. You know, a kid is currently fresh in college, and I'm dealing with that. And I'm just dealing with a bunch of stuff all around, right? And the merger and the acquisition with my current new job at that time was not helping. So here we are, and they come out and they say, we have to work on a Saturday. And in my head, I'm like, I can't give y'all that. My baby has prom tomorrow, and who is going to show up and show out for that baby is me. So working ain't in the cards. So I'm thinking I'm going to take this Saturday off and I'm going to sit this one out. And I'm typically a team player, but I know I got a lot going on, and I typically go above and beyond. So this one should be a no-brainer for me to sit out. So then they come back and they say, nobody can take this day off, right? And if you do, it could potentially jeopardize your employment. So I need my job, y'all. I need my job. I'm a temp at this job, and it's the first time and the only time that I ever been a temp at a job, and I ain't never gonna do that mess again. Just not knowing if you gonna have a job is stressful, right? So me being me, the team player, gonna do the right thing, and I need my job. I went ahead and decided I'm going to work. So, y'all, I could feel the stress in my body mounting up, right? I mean, truly mounting up, climbing on, whatever you want to call it. So, I start feeling a little pressure in my chest. I don't think nothing of it. We go on. Prom comes, prom goes. I worked that Saturday. Prom went off without a hitch. They actually let us leave work early. But y'all, it was just a combination of all the things going on in my life, all the things going on in my job, the not knowing if I was going to have a job. For y'all that have been a temp and do it on a regular, I commend y'all because that is some stressful BS. Not having benefits, not getting paid on holidays like regular associates. It's a lot of stuff that I wasn't doing that was like bothering me. And y'all, so anyway, the pressure's in my chest. I don't think nothing of it. It was there that Saturday when prom was here. I don't think nothing of it, right? So that Monday comes around, and we already in our new building, and they're prefacing us up on some things. And I had to walk down a hallway that wasn't that long, y'all. I mean, not that long, to a meeting room from the inside of the floor where I worked. So I'm in the process of walking down the hallway, y'all, and the breaths got labored, and my chest got tighter. And I thought, Lord, I don't know what this is, but damn it, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, right? I really felt like I was having a heart attack, y'all. I was scared. I get in the meeting room and I'm leaned up against the wall. I'm trying not to let nobody know what's personally going on with me, right? I'm scared as hell in that moment, but I'm also like at the job. Y'all not about to be invited into my personal moments at this time, right? And I'm going to deal with this the best way that I know how. So the day goes on and the pressure is there, but it's not there, and it's there, but it's not there. So at the end of the day, I'm leaving, and as I'm getting on the elevator at my job to leave, the pressure comes back full fold. So I'm driving home, and in that moment, I called my husband and I said, look, I think I'm having a full-blown heart attack, and instead of coming home, I'm going to urgent care. And so my husband is like panicked up, and then I hear my little son in the background, and he's panicked up too. And he's like, I hear him saying, is my mama gonna die? Y'all, that freaked me out in that moment, and I could not get to urgent care quick enough. So I get to urgent care, and they do this test where they, the EKG, and they test my heart, and they do all this stuff. And then the doctor comes in and she says, can we talk? And I said, yeah. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, damn it, I had a whole heart attack, right? In my head, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. I was not expecting the answer that lady gave me. I was floored, flabbergasted, and a bunch of things in between, but also thankful in that moment, right? So she comes back and she says, have you been dealing with any sort of stress? And I said, a lot of stress. And she said, we need to talk. Stress can kill you. And I said, yeah, my mom says that all the time, and I really need to listen to my mom, right? So she's like, have you ever had a panic attack? And I said, no, I don't think so. And I ain't been panicked about nothing, right? In my head, I'm like, I ain't panicking about nothing. What the hell is she talking about? Y'all, when that lady told me that I had a panic attack, and a panic attack can mimic a heart attack, I was floored. Y'all, when that lady told me that a panic attack was situational, we began to talk, and she let me talk, and she listened to me, and she said, you was maintaining with the stress. And what kicked you over was the prom and your job making you work on the Saturday. And working on the Saturday caused the situation. I had never heard in my whole life something called situational stress, right? Or a situational panic attack, because that is basically what the lady called it. So I'm thinking in my head, like, a panic attack can mimic an effing heart attack? What the hell am I going to do about this if I'm stressed out on a regular basis currently in my life? So she asked me, about the prescriptions I take. Y'all, my scary ass, for up until I was a grown ass woman, couldn't even swallow pills. That's how effing scary I was, right? And I damn sure couldn't be a junkie, because shooting up, I was deathly afraid of needles. And I mean, to the point so where when I would go to get shots or I would go to get immunizations, it would take 3 nurses, and my mama and my mom and my sister and family members can attest to this, would have to hold me down to get the shots. When I initially started getting over the fear of shots was when I started having kids, and I just didn't have no damn choice. So she was asking me about the medications that I take and things of such nature. And I'm telling her, I don't take no pills, right? Only pill I'm currently taking is my birth control medication. And so she says, well, I'm going to prescribe you some Xanax. Y'all, hell no. Me was like, no ma'am. I know the highly addictive nature of this medication. One, because I work in the pharmaceutical industry, right? And 2, I just read a lot, and I'm a whole nerd, and I keep up with what's going on outside, whether it's in my backyard or not. So she was like, yeah, you're correct. And we started talking about the addictive ability of the things, of the medication. And then she goes, well, I'll give you a low dose, and I'm going to give you 5 pills. And I was so deathly afraid of taking the medication. She doubled down and said, well, you can cut the medication in half and take it at work because it seems like your job is the problem. Y'all, first and foremost, I know you ain't supposed to be cutting no damn medication in half, right? And I was like, okay, whatever. And second of all, at my job on the Xanax, low dose or not, in my head, I'm like, I'm a temp. You trying to get me terminated as a temp because they're going to be like, she a whole drug addict. And in reality, I'm not. I'm trying to maintain the stress in my current environment. So she gave me the medication. And I take the pills. And, in that moment, I'm like, damn it, I really don't have no choice. I left there still feeling like I had came there, right? The pressure on the chest wasn't subsiding. And she told me, she said, look, I know you don't want to take the medication, but in this moment, if you want the pressure to alleviate, baby, you got to take this medication and it's going to give you a aha, and that pressure is going to leave. Y'all, that lady did not lie. I took that pill reluctantly because I needed this to lessen up, right? I took the pill reluctantly. The pressure subsides and I'm like, damn, pills can do this? But then I thought, damn, pills can do this, right? And I had to really think about it. Girl, you ain't no pill popper. Your scary ass was scared to take that, right? Was scared to take that. And I could not get home quick enough, y'all, quick enough. So when I got home and I'm telling my husband the situation, he was thankful that it wasn't a heart attack. I was thankful too. But then I had to really think about it. Rochelle, you really got to get your whole life under control in this moment, or what your mama said is true, and this stress is going to kill you quicker than a bullet. Y'all, the purpose of this topic is this. Lately, I keep seeing videos come up about stress, about women dying from stress, and specifically Black women, right? I seen a video a couple weeks ago on Facebook, and I ain't even really been on there like that, but it was a reel that came through, and it was a lady that was just talking about stress and how stress in Black women is the silent underlying killer. In most women, it's heart attacks or it's heart-related issues, but specifically in women of color, it's stress, and it's the slow, silent stress that's killing us. And then I'm on Instagram last night, and I seen a young lady talking about her mother died from stress. She said, y'all, my mama died from a broken heart, and the broken heart led her to stress, and the stress caused a sudden stroke, and she died, right? And then I was, of course, me going down the rabbit hole. A lot of ladies in the comments was commenting and saying, this is crazy that you mentioned this because I have had heart attacks and found out that it was stress related. I had had a stroke and found out that it was stress related. I have lost family members, like my mom just recently passed, or my auntie just recently passed, or somebody that they love, right? Y'all just recently passed from stress. And that got me to thinking, just the effects of stress on the body that we don't even know about, that's silently taking place within our chambers, is scary. Ladies, we got to get the stress under control. I don't know what's stressing y'all out currently, right? But in alleviating the stress, we got to learn how to set boundaries, right? We got to get firm with the people in our lives, whether that be our mates, our kids, our family members, your job, your employer. I'm at the point where y'all not about to stress me out for no paycheck. And I tell the people that report to me that, don't let me ever stress you out for no money, because baby, at the end of the day, ain't no money worth all of that. Ain't no money worth all of that. Psh, you is not about to take me out no sooner than I feel like the good Lord wants me to go by stressing me out. And I firmly, wholeheartedly live my life by not trying to stress anybody else out, because I don't want to be the reason why somebody kills over, right? I never want to be the reason why somebody has a bad day. I just don't want that on my spirit. I don't want that in my life. I don't ever want to have to face God and be the reason why and attest to or confess to I'm the reason why somebody died, right? I'm the reason why somebody's life was miserable. I can't give y'all that. I can't give me that. No, hell no. Life is way too short. And so, ladies, come on. We got to collectively work together. We need to be outside building each other up. I know the stress is there in y'all relationships, right? I'm married. I know the levels of stress. Shit over here ain't peachy keen on a regular basis. And I know what that's like when you questioning your relationship. That brings a level of stress. Some of y'all are sick. That brings a level of stress. Some of y'all just don't have no support system and no one to talk to. And that brings a level of stress, right? Some of y'all are dealing with loneliness, kids that's not talking to y'all, or kids that are talking to y'all, but they just disrespecting you at every turn. A mate that's cheating, a mate that's being disrespectful, or you in a domestic violence relationship. I don't know the situation, ladies, right? But I do know this. You ain't the only one going through whatever you going through. We all deal with something. Stress is real and is a silent killer. And we got to do better at protecting our peace, right? And getting back to us and alleviating the stressors out of our lives. Now, I know that every day ain't going to be roses and peaches and creams. And I know that we can't 99% take out all of the stress of our lives, but we can take out the bulk of the stress of our lives, ladies, right? If it's your kids and they adults and they being disrespectful to you, baby, trust me, I got adult kids. And I have been on the flip script of the adult kids being disrespectful. This is where I'm at in my life. And you don't have to adapt what I do, but this is just me with mine. First of all, one of my kids told me recently that he talks to me a lot and I don't listen. And if listening is part of my business and I can listen to everybody else, then I need to learn how to listen to him. Y'all, in that moment, that did something to me, but I had to think, I really need to listen to him, right? So I'm listening, and I'm listening effectively as his mom. I'm listening as a woman. I'm listening as I'm just listening, right? And I'm listening to him effectively and clearly, and he's getting his point across. And in that moment of him getting his point across, he was also prior to have been disrespectful. I let him get his point out, but then I had to come back and I had to be firm and I had to hold to my truths and my boundaries, right? Baby, you live with me. What you not about to do is disrespect me in my environment, and I love you, and I ain't never gonna see my kids homeless. But what you will not do is disrespect me in my place. You can get out and get your own and pay rent somewhere else. Or I can help you pack up and drop you right around the corner off at your dad's house. You ain't never got to stay here if you feel like I'm making life miserable for you, right? And so with him, I had to get firm with my boundaries. And now we talk. And when things are going awry, we sit down and we hash them out, right? I'm getting firm in my friendships. I'm getting firm in the way in which people handle and deal with me, and that alleviates the stress. Trust me, y'all. Just the boundaries alone, not letting people play with you, not letting people think they gonna get one over on you, not letting people try to run game on you, sitting in environments that keep your nervous system out of whack, living with people that keep your nervous system out of whack, right? Being in environments where you just always gotta be on guard is stressful. Sometimes just our whole living environments, right? The people that we love can keep us stressed out, can keep our bodies inflamed, can keep us sick, can do so many things to us that we probably don't even think about, right? And you can really be dating somebody and stay sick, and it's because the person that you with ain't for you. That person could be keeping you miserable, unmotivated, a lot of things. And the whole time, while you not motivated and you not living your life and you not being you, baby, you stressed out. It's time to get the stress gone. It's time to give our bodies a break. It's time to focus on us. It's time, ladies, to release and let go. Because at the end of the day, we deserve to live long, fruitful lives, right? Long, fruitful lives. My mama's mama is Japanese, and she's old. Yoshi is 97, right? I want to live to be as old as Yoshi. That's what I pray about. When I say some of my prayers, I'm always like, look here, Lord, please remove the stress from my life. And while you're doing it, I hope that the black don't crack. And I hope that I can live to be as old as Yoshi and with no ailments like Yoshi, if not older. Y'all, we got to start speaking vitality in our lives. We got to start speaking health over our lives. We got to get the stress out of our lives. Y'all, we really, as women, we really need that support system. We got to get on our health kicks. We got to just really start prioritizing us, right? And I used to think that prioritizing me was selfish. I had that panic attack. I had to realize, bro, you got to start focusing on you. And y'all, I really wasn't even doing it full-fledged then. It took for me this last year to really and truly start focusing on me. Start putting me first. Start prioritizing me. Start really getting firm with my boundaries and saying, look, I don't give a F if your feelings is hurt. You gonna get over this. Because at the end of the day, who matters the most to me is me. Y'all, listen. We matter to people. Don't get me wrong. We matter to people. We all matter to somebody, right? Or I hope that we all matter to somebody. But at the end of the day, I got to start learning how to love on me. I got to start realizing that I'm the main character in my life. I got to start showing up and being the main character for me on a regular basis. Don't nobody know me better than me. Can't nobody do me better than me. Can't nobody do you, baby, better than you, right? So at the end of the day, ladies, do you. Focus on you. Be you, be great, be glorious in all things, be glorious, right? And if you need to talk, I keep telling y'all the comment section is open. If y'all stressing and this resonate with y'all, please say something, right? Because I don't want to lose somebody to stress. I don't want to hear that another black woman died from a broken heart and the broken heart led to stress. We really do be stressed out over somebody's son or daughter. And the whole time they still sleeping peaceful at night. Y'all, listen. It's somebody out there for everybody. And if your stress is man related, y'all, I've been there stressing over somebody's raggedy ass son who didn't mean me no good in those moments and still don't today. And the sad thing is I knew then that the man didn't mean me no good, right? But I stayed because I didn't know my worth at the time. Y'all, knowing y'all worth will also help eliminate the stress in your life. That's a topic that we're going to touch on at a later time. But on this Sunday, I'm coming back. I'm coming back because yesterday I sent my videos out to my neighbor that I mentioned and her daughter. And y'all, her daughter came back with some positivity. The baby on that Saturday who needed it was Ro. So, Corlina, thank you. And she told me that I should write some things out and I should time it out. So this morning when I got up, I have a notebook over here and I jotted some things down. And I'm trying not to look at the notebook because my friend Frida initially was like, I think, she said, what I like is I like that you just talking to us. You know, it's not like you're reading from something. And it's personable, right? And so here we are, and I'm trying not to read from the document. And but I did have those topics that I really wanted to touch on, which was just making sure that y'all focus on y'all and how the panic attacks are real. I thought it was just me going through that situation and dealing with those attacks, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all the severity of this and how it's not just me, and I know it's a lot more women outside. I went to a family reunion with my cousins and my kids and my husband, actually to see Yoshi. And while we're there at the family reunion, me and some of my cousins are talking, and I don't know how we got on the subject of the panic attack, but we did. And I mentioned the panic attack incident and how I thought the elephant on the chest was me getting ready to have a heart attack and the whole shebang, right? And my cousin says, "Girl, that's crazy. I had one on Christmas Eve." And she starts telling me about how my aunt's in town and they Christmas shopping in the whole shebang. And my cousin thought that she was having one as well. And ended up calling the ambulance and like the whole shebang. So ladies, when I say that will kill, stress will kill and can mimic a heart attack. And it can just be any little situation that tips us over. But the tipping is the final straw. Trust me, ladies, the stress was already there. Whatever the situation was, the stress was already there. We just needed something to help push us to really kick it into overdrive to say, baby, you need a wake-up call. Your body is tired. And so here we are, stressed out, going through life, living on autopilot. COVID came in and exasperated that. Y'all ain't got to tell me. I know full-fledged, right? And I just want y'all to live long, healthy lives, me included. I want us all to be outside in our 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, well into our hundreds, right? If the good Lord aboves and the food that we eat don't take us out, if y'all live in America. And y'all ever do y'all hair and be like, I'm sorry, ladies, for getting off track. I hate the hairdo. This is me every day. Every day, I never like the hairstyles. Then as the day goes on, the hair gets poofier. The water sets in because that's what I've been spraying. Y'all, I'm a water mousse hair gel junkie down. Then after a while, I like the hairdo, right? And so that's another thing that I stress about every morning is if the hair is going to give what it should give as a natural woman. And I need to stop doing that because I get a lot of compliments on the hair. But for me, being natural is something that I still kind of struggle with. And just learning my hair texture and pattern is something that I just discovered over about the last year and a half, right? If that. And so I need to focus on not stressing so much over my hair because that's stupid and it's just hair. And I know for some people they don't think like that because they have a hard time growing hair, right? But for me, I look at it like this. It's just hair. And if I cut it, it'll grow back. And if it doesn't grow back, then the Lord didn't want me to have none, right? And I need to stop stressing over what I can't control. And I'm going to keep doing this, y'all. And I'm sorry. Here I am telling y'all not to stress. And I'm stressing over a piece of hair that I can see sticking up. But anyway, I'm going to come back today. We're going to talk about some other things. Thank y'all for rocking with me and for letting me be all things authentically me. Corlina came back yesterday and told me that and thanked me for being vulnerable about my smile and how that is my biggest insecurity. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, when y'all be telling me that y'all rocking with me and y'all text me or y'all DM me or I get messages, that does something to me. Y'all really does something to me. I feel like I'm a cry. I'm a big old crybaby. Y'all, I'm at this one in my life where the Lord is doing something to me. He's cleansing me. I'm shedding. I'm definitely growing. The people around me know I'm growing too. And for some of them, they're not ready for the growth and they don't like the change. But who don't care? It's me. So, hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. On this Sunday, I hope that you have some self-care routine. I hope that you speak to the Lord and set your intentions for the week. Because, baby, I be setting mine. And I hope that today somebody prays for you. And if nothing else, please, if nothing else, if you are dealing with stress, talk to your healthcare provider. I hope you got a good one. Set your boundaries. Journal, write, meditate. Write down the times when you feel stressed. If it's around your mate, if it's around a certain family member, keep track of these things. That will help you if that makes sense, right? If you ever got to go to therapy, if you ever got to speak to a psychiatrist, mental health is real, y'all. Trust me. Don't let nobody tell you or make you feel like it ain't, or make you feel like it's crazy for wanting to talk to somebody. Because, baby, we all know that life is heavy. And if you black and you dealt with any sort of trauma in your household, you should be going to therapy, or at least seeking therapy. I'm in the process of seeking therapy, right? I don't have no problems with telling y'all how I feel about mental health. I take that serious than a mofo. So, write those things down, plot them out, think about them. If you go to work every day and as soon as you see your manager, I'm a supervisor and I know sometimes what that's like, and you see your manager and every time you see them you tense up or you instantly think negatively about the job, write that down. Start praying on these things. But when you pray, get granular with your prayers, ladies, right? Ask the Lord to remove the stress. But when you asking him to remove the stress, if it's related to somebody or a situation, ask for discernment, ask for clarity, ask that he remove. If you would like him to remove and replace, if it's a job, ask that when he replace that job, that he replace that job with the manager that you like. If it's financial, that he replace it with abundance, way more money than you making now. With peers and co-workers that you want to be around, right? Because we spend the bulk of our time at our jobs, whether y'all think that or not. 80 hours every 2 weeks at an employer is a lot. How much time are you really with your family and kids Monday through Friday, right? Unless you're self-employed. And then you're still working. So how much true, valuable, unhinged, focused time does your mate get? Does your kids get outside of you working, right? So the bulk of your time is at your job. So get granular with your prayers. If your mate is stressing you out, pray for him or her. And sometimes we have to realize we met people in the seasons that we needed to meet them in, but they can't always go on to the next chapter, right? And I'm going to come back and touch on that. But if you don't do nothing else, start prioritizing you. Get firm with your boundaries. Put your health first. Speak to your provider. Seek out therapy. It's okay. I don't condone medication because I'm a scary Larry and I know what the side effects can do because I work on behalf of a pharmaceutical company and I have to know about the important safety regulations on a regular basis, right? But y'all, in some cases, medication is needed and it helps and it helps and it helps. So if you don't do nothing else today, get you a journal, get you a pen, baby, take you a bath, soak it out, rest, relax, and start focusing on you and start getting a plan together to execute to get that stress out, because I want to have y'all come back in 5 years and say, girl, you talked about stress. I executed. I'm still here. Girl, you talked about stress. I executed. I went to the doctor. I'm thankful for you. I was on the verge of a heart attack. I listen. I ain't telling y'all nothing I don't need to do for my damn self. So hello, good morning, happy Sunday. In all things greatness, glory, fairness, be kind to somebody. If you can't do nothing else today, just pray for them. It is Sunday, and I pray for the whole world, and y'all need to be getting prayed up too. Look, we're living in our last days and times. I don't care how y'all want to look at it. The Lord is coming, and ain't nobody immune from meeting him. Baby, we all gonna meet him. It's just when are we gonna meet him, right? When y'all gonna meet him, are y'all gonna be prepared? In my head, I'm like, I'm not, because I don't want to die today. Knock on wood, I don't want to die tomorrow. I got a lot of life to live and a lot of things to do and a lot of people to pull forward to the Lord, right? So, y'all better get up, clean up y'all environments. Baby, it's Sunday. Rest, relax, do what y'all got to do. Set y'all intentions for the new week. But, baby, and all that, make yourself the priority. Thank you for tuning in to the Listening Hive. Have a wonderful week ahead. Have a wonderful Sunday, y'all. Good morning.